Okay, so we're going to practice solving multi-step equations a little bit more, and you'll do it a little bit more independently. So in the file that we're going to work on, we'll do two together, and then the other ones are kind of you on your own, so you get an idea of what needs to happen. So you're going to go to this week, the week of 3-8, with the little leprechaun hat. You're going to find solving multi-step equations, open it up. It's a Google Slides. And when it loads, we're going to skip slide 2 for now. I'll come back and tell you kind of what it's for. We're going to go to slide 3. If you want to zoom this in, go to your little magnifying glass, and we could pick, like, let's see, 200. That might be a little much, but it will be okay, I think. So you're going to start here and solve this first problem. So 5x plus 2 minus 3x equals 14. If I go down, should speak a little less, to the bottom, here's your steps to solve, right? So I do distributive property if it's necessary. I combine like terms if it's necessary, and then I solve the equation. So in this first problem, I'm looking for distributive property, parentheses. There aren't any, so I don't have to do that. But I notice that there's a 5x and a minus 3x. So 5x and negative 3x would be, you can double click in the text box so you can write in it, 2x. Again, you could put 5 plus negative 3 into your calculator if you don't know how to do that. And then you have plus 10, or I'm sorry, not plus 10, plus 2. It doesn't have anything else that's on this side of the equals, and it can't go with the 14 because that's on the other side. So I have 2x plus 2, and then equals still 14. Then I'm looking at what I got. I don't have any parentheses. I don't have any more like terms that are in kind of one box together. So I'm going to solve it. So I asked myself, okay, what's happening with x? Multiply by 2. Then we added 2. So the last thing we did was adding 2. So I'm going to fix adding 2 by subtracting 2. And if I do it on one side, I got to do it on the other. So 2 minus 2, those go away, right? And you have 2x that's left. And equals 14 minus 2, which is 12. Then the 2 and x, when they're sitting next to each other, chilling, that means multiply. So to fix multiply, you're going to divide. So I'll just use the slash that's by your right shift. So divide by 2. Divide by 2. And we get that x, we think, equals 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So doing the check, I'm going to start with the original problem. So 5x plus 2 minus 3x equals 14. Then anywhere there's an x, I'm going to put 6 instead. So 5 times, instead of x, we'll put 6 plus 2 minus 3 times, again, 6, right? Because that's what x is. And I want it to be 14. So in my calculator, I'm pressing 5 times 6 plus 2 minus 3 times 6. And I get 14. And it was supposed to be 14. So I did it right. Woohoo! Here's how this activity is going to go then. We know here that x is 6, right? We checked it. So you're going to go back to slide 2. And you're going to find which one of these says x equals 6. So on slide 2, x equals 6. I'm looking. It says it on this teal green colored one. So you can go ahead and copy. So Control C, or you can cut it if you want. Cut is Control X. Or you can use your right click, right, and copy that way. And then it says here, copy the rectangle from slide 2 that has your answer on it from the first problem, and then we'll solve the new problem. So I'm going to paste, so Control V, or you can right click and paste, and move your rectangle up here. So I'll give you a second to kind of pause and take care of your rectangle. Okay, so if you still need to pause, make sure you actually press pause so you can see what to do. Otherwise, I'm going to start the problem on the green rectangle. So my new problem is 4 times x minus 8 equals 28. So I notice first thing, my step says do distributive property if necessary. That's to get rid of the parentheses, and there are parentheses. So I can double click in here. 4 times x would be 4x. And then 4 times minus 8 would be minus 32. Again, check with your calculator if you don't know those facts. And then what is equal? Still 28. So we haven't done anything on that side. Then I look to see if I can combine like terms. Oops, went too far here. I don't have any, right? The only ones would be the minus 32 and the 28, which I can't do anything with. So instead, I'm ready to solve. So I notice x is being multiplied by 4, and then we subtract 32. So to fix subtract 32, I would add 32. And then if you can make the box bigger if you want, so it doesn't go to 2 lines. And then on the other side, we're going to add 32. So on the left side, you have a minus 32 and a plus 32. They cancel out because it gets to 0, and 0 plus anything is itself. So here you have 4x. And on the other side, you have 28 plus 32. So again, use your calculator. And 28 plus 32 is 60. Then the 4 and the x are chilling next to each other, so that means multiply. So to fix it, I need to divide. So divide by 4, divide by 4. And so 4 divided by 4 is 1. That just leaves us x. And on the other side, 60 divided by 4 is 15. So of course, I want to check if I got it right. I'm going to write out the whole original problem. So 4 parenthesis x minus 8 parenthesis equals 28. So I'm typing exactly what I did, except for instead of x, I'm going to put 15. So 4 parenthesis 15 minus 8 parenthesis. I want it to be 28. Let's see if it works out for me. So in my calculator, I'm going to type 4 parenthesis 15 minus 8 parenthesis, and it says 28, and it was supposed to say 28. So 15 is my answer. Again, what I'm going to do then is use the 15 to get my next problem. If you go to slide 2 and there isn't an x equals 15, then you know, even with your check, that something was a little off in your thinking, so you need to go back and fix it. But there is an x equals 15. So again, I'm going to copy either Control C or right click and copy, and go to slide 4. Put that problem here over the little direction-y part. And then your task will be to continue through. So you're going to solve now this problem that's on the purple and check it. Then you'll go to slide 2, find the next rectangle, solve that problem and check it. Then you'll go to slide 2, find the rectangle, go to slide 5, put it down, solve that problem and check it. And then hopefully that matches up with the last one you have left, so you can solve it and check it and be finished. So your task then is to finish these problems. And of course, if you have questions, add a comment in the private comments and we can try to work on it that way.